constant pressure process. Second process is constant pressure process. Right. In the constant pressure process, the pressure acted over a system that remains constant. Okay, to explain that, now we will consider a small cylinder. This is the cylinder, and here also a piston is there, and over the piston W load is acting, and that load which is acted over the gas, this is the gas present inside the cylinder, okay, that load remains constant. Okay, now to this system, if you give an amount of heat energy Q, okay, Q amount of heat energy given, what happens? First, the heat energy is caused for increasing of its internal energy. Okay, that means the heat is caused for increasing of its random motion. Inside the gas, what are there? Molecules are there. Okay, due to the heat energy, the molecule random motion will increase, kinetic energy will increase, and potential energy will increase. Okay, the enthalpy possessed by the total gas, that will increase. Okay, when it increases, okay, slowly increases. Okay, when it is less than the opposing right, there is no movement of piston. After some time, after increasing the internal energy, if it goes on increasing, at one point the internal energy is more than the opposed load or opposed pressure. Okay, that pressure due to increasing of internal energy will act in this direction. Due to that pressure, the piston or plunger is moving upwards. What about W? The same load is acting over the piston. Okay, that means under same pressure or constant pressure, we are giving heat energy. That heat energy is caused for increasing of pressure or increasing of internal energy first. After that, it causes for some displacement of the piston. Okay, let it be delta x dx. Okay, and the dx movement into area, cross-sectional area, that will give us volume. Okay, this is the initial volume, this is the final volume. Okay, this is the initial volume, this is the final volume. Therefore, there is displacement volume. What about pressure? Pressure remains constant. Therefore, we can say what said to be done. Okay, that means in the case of constant pressure process, the heat supply Q is equal to delta U plus integral PdV. According to the first law of thermodynamics, Q equal to delta U plus integral PdV. Okay, delta U, that will change in internal energy. That we can write it in the form of mCV T2 minus T1. Okay, mCV final temperature minus initial temperature. Okay, because mCV delta T gives us change in internal energy. Already we saw that from formula in constant volume process. Okay, after that plus integral PdV. Okay, and here the heat supply we can recognize mCp, pressure is constant, that means specific heat at constant pressure into T2 minus T1. Okay, I want to define these terms where m equal to mass of the gas, m equal to mass of the gas Next one, T1 equal to initial temperature, T1 initial temperature, and T2 final temperature, next V1 initial volume, and V2 final volume, Q heat supplied, right? On the terms, and Cp is equal to specific heat of the gas, at constant pressure, Cv specific heat of the gas at constant volume, right? Okay, all the terms in this equation defined there. Now see, this mCp delta T or mCp T2 minus T1 is equal to mCv T2 minus T1 plus integral P dV within the limits of V1 and V2. Therefore, after the integration, P is constant, okay, constant pressure process, P is constant, P into V2 minus V1. Okay, this is the equation. Now we can write the total heat supplied in constant pressure process, Q in constant pressure process equal to mCp into T2 minus T1. The change in internal energy, okay, delta U in constant pressure process equal to mCv T2 minus T1. Students, all these formulas need to remember, right? Next, work done in constant pressure process. These are all the non-flow process. Therefore, W equal to P into V2 minus V1. Okay, these formulas you need to remember. Okay, next one. Here, mCp delta T, okay, the total heat energy given to the system, okay, the total heat energy possessed by the system is enthalpy, heat energy possessed by the system, enthalpy. And this enthalpy, actually we can define in terms of mathematical equation only, okay. This H equal to U plus PV, we can at particular state, at a state, U equal to its internal energy, particular state, U equal to internal energy, P comma V respective pressure and volume. Therefore, H enthalpy equal to U plus PV. Okay, enthalpy is defined as it is an algebraic sum of internal energy and product of pressure and volume. Okay, it is an algebraic sum of internal energy and product of pressure and volume. Okay, H, right. Enthalpy, that is unit equal to kilojoules. If you consider specific enthalpy, kilojoule per kg, okay, total enthalpy kilojoules, right? Now, how we can represent this process on the PV diagram? Now see, this is the pressure and this is volume. Okay, initial pressure P1 and final pressure P2. But here pressure remains constant. Okay, therefore P1 equal to P2 equal to here it is, right? And initial volume V1 and final volume V2. Okay, that means this is the state 1, this is the state 2. This is 1 to 2. This line represents constant pressure process. Okay, area under 1 2 line. This is the area under 1 2 line. Area under PV diagram gives us work done. Therefore, this area gives us work done. See, what is the work done? W is equal to, it is in the form of rectangle. Area equal to length into breadth. Length equal to P, breadth equal to V2 minus V1. Okay, the same formula. See, MCP T2 minus T1 is equal to MCV T2 minus T1 plus P into V2 minus V1. Okay, now this T2 minus T1, okay, and V2 minus V1, I can use MCP delta T equal to MCV delta T plus P into delta V. Okay, right. Now I want to represent PV. Okay, PV is equal to MRT. Okay, or PV equal to MT delta V equal to MR delta T. Okay, now I can write this MCP delta T equal to MCV delta T plus PV equal to MRT, therefore MR delta T. Okay, divide this entire equation, okay, with the CV and consider unit mass. Okay, let M equal to 1 kg, right? CP, that means 1 into CP divided by CV delta T. Okay, and here also 1 kg into CV by CV delta T plus 1 R into delta T by CV. Okay, and delta T, delta T, delta T. Okay, that we can cancel out. Right. And CP by CV, we know it is equal to gamma. CP by CV equal to gamma. And it is equal to 1.4 for diatomic gases. Okay, for diatomic gases, see gamma equal to 1.4. Now I want to substitute it. CP by CV equal to gamma equal to CV by CV. You can cancel out. Therefore, 1 plus R by CV. Okay, that implies gamma minus 1 equal to R by CV. Okay, generally in university examinations asked to derive gamma minus 1 equal to R by CV. Derive చేయమంటాడండి, అప్పుడు ఇదంతా చేయాలి. At the same time, if you represent the piston and cylinder and PV diagram, it gives good marks, right? Now, another way also I can write R equal to CV into gamma minus 1. Okay? R equal to CV into gamma minus 1. Right? And I want to represent this entire equation in terms of CP also. Okay? If I want to represent in terms of CP, you need to divide entire equation with CP. Okay? I will write that. This 1 CP by CB into delta T is equal to 1 into CV by CP into delta T plus R delta T by CP. Okay, that means I divided this equation, with CP, and I consider mass equal to 1 kg. Right. Now CP by CP 1, delta T also you can cancel out. Therefore 1 equal to 1 by gamma. Okay. CP by CV equal to gamma. 1 by gamma plus R by CP. Right. Now take 1 by gamma left side equal to R by CP. Okay, gamma minus 1 CP into gamma minus 1 by gamma equal to R. Okay, CP into gamma minus 1 by gamma equal to R. Okay, this is also sometimes asked to prove or gamma minus 1 by gamma is equal to R by CP. ఇలా అయినా అడగచ్చు, ఇలా అయినా అడగచ్చు అండి. ఈ రెండు కూడా ఇంపార్టెంటే. రైట్. Now one more question also you can expect from this explanation. In a given mass of gas, CP is more or CV is more? That also asked. Okay, actually in the CP means specific heat at constant pressure and CV means specific heat at constant volume. If you consider the constant volume process, the total heat energy which is supplied to the system is utilized for increasing of the internal energy. But in the case of a constant pressure process, the total heat energy given that is utilized for change in internal energy as well as work done. Okay? Now just recall the definition of specific heat. Specific heat is defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 unit mass through 1 degree centigrade. Okay, now you think heat energy ఇచ్చిందంతా కూడా ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీ చేంజ్ అవడానికి అంటే టెంపరేచర్ రేజ్ అవడానికి ఉపయోగపడితే తక్కువ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ సరిపోతుందా, లేకపోతే హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ఇచ్చిందంతా ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీ ప్లస్ వర్క్ జరిగేటప్పుడు తక్కువ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ సరిపోతుందా? Okay, easily you can identify. Without work, if the heat energy is given, a small quantity of heat energy is sufficient to raise its temperature to 1 degree centigrade. Okay, that means CV, the specific heat at constant volume, is less than the specific heat at constant pressure. Okay, therefore CV is less than CP CV is less than CP, or I can write CP is greater than CV. Okay, these are the things we need to remember in constant pressure process. Okay, in the constant pressure process, pressure is constant by considering gas law. P1 V1 by P1 equal to P2 V2 by P2. When pressure is constant, V1 by V2 equal to P1 by P2. This is Charles' law. Okay? This law also we can use while doing the problems related to the constant pressure process. Generally in the examination, it is asked to derive Cp minus Cv. Cp minus Cv equal to R. How it will be? In the constant pressure process, Q equal to delta U plus integral P dV. Okay. This is mCv delta T dt plus P1 P into V2 minus V1. Okay, that is equal to Q mCp dt. Okay, P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. Okay, that we can implement here. Okay, and PV equal to RT. Okay, therefore mCp dt is equal to mCv dt plus P2 V2 mR T2 minus T1. Okay, T2 minus T1 we can written as delta T or dt. Okay, mCp dt equal to mCv dt plus mR dt. Okay, delta T can cancel out, and mass equal to 1 kg. Therefore, Cp equal to Cv plus R, or Cp minus Cv equal to R. Cp minus